Chapter 13, Consequence. Dr. Channing intercepted a crossbow bolt for you. It's a race against the clock to heal him. Channing's natural healing abilities aren't working as quickly as they should. That could only mean... Wolfsbane poisoning? Are you sure, Kala? There's no doubt. He has been poisoned, or else he would have healed by now. You stand helplessly at his bedside, your heart seized with panic as you stare at his unconscious form. Kala, help me with the antidote. We need to move quickly. You follow his rapid-fire commands, helping him mix various herbs and roots together with a mortar and pestle. You feel like you're floating outside your own body. You're moving quickly, following commands, but... I feel like I can't breathe. Channing could die. My soulmate could die. It's done, Tal. Here, spread it over the wound quickly. You smear the tingling substance onto the wound and Channing's side, wincing when you feel a deep bleeding divot. Come on, Channing. Stay with us, baby, please. Channing's breathing grows less shallow and the wound quickly seals, becoming less discolored. But he isn't waking up. You dip your head down, press your lips to his forehead again and again. Come on, Channing. Wake up, talk to me. It's no good. Channing is still completely out, and while the gashes in his side is healing, he isn't moving. What do we do, Gale? Shouldn't we at least be stirring or something? Gale takes a step back, staring at his prone form on the bed. He seems to be at a loss. I don't know. You're right. He should be waking up by now. The antidote seems to be working, but he isn't going to wake up, Tal. He's stuck. He snarled in frustration, turning to Kala with blazing eyes. Don't say that. He's gonna wake up. He has to... Listen to me, damn it. When I got silver poisoning earlier this year, I couldn't wake up either. You had to help me, remember? You had to go into my mind and help pull me out of it. That's right. I can't believe I almost forgot. But Kala... This is a different kind of poison. When I went into your dreams, you were poisoned with silver. What if wolfsbane poison works differently? What if I can't even get into Channing's dreams at all? It might not work the same way. Maybe it won't, but you have to at least try, right? Kala puts a hand on your shoulder, giving it a firm squeeze. She meets your eyes fiercely. You can do this, Tal. You're a soulmate. If you can't get through to him, who can? Right. At the very least, it's worth a shot. For Channing. I'll try to scrounge up whatever I can for the ritual. It won't be everything we need, but it'll help. Gale hurries back to his cabin. Kala sighs, rubbing her temples. You need to be ready for anything. There's no telling what you might find in his head. She paces the room, deep in thought. Then, without warning, she leaves you alone in your cabin. Kala! She's gone. You don't expect her to come back, but a moment later she returns with a bundle of fabric in her arms. Here, try this on. It'll protect you against anything you might find in his dream. And hopefully whatever else you might face in the future. We can't afford another near miss with hunters. Certainly an interesting outfit. Buy this item. You hastily put on the armor that Kala gave you. It fits like a glove, and you feel immediately more confident. There's a dagger tucked away in the pocket in the leather. You rest your hand over it and look at her in awe. Are you sure about this? But you could use this, or Lupe, or... Lupe and I don't have big targets on our backs. We're not in imminent danger. You are. If you're going to risk your life to protect the rest of us, then it's about time I did something to protect you. You're touched by her fierce words. You step forward and place a hand on her shoulder. I promise I'll put it to good use. You won't regret this. Funny enough, I've never regretted helping you. Not once. Gale suddenly hurries back into the room, pausing only for a moment to admire your new armor, and he nods. Good, you're prepared. That should help you in the dream and out of it now. He gestures to the bed. You lay beside Channing and lace your fingers together with his. Hang on, Channing. I'm gonna bring you back to us, I promise. This should help you fall asleep. We don't have much time, or supplies for a full ritual, but anything that helps. Golden flower, hold it in your hand. You take the flower in your hand and hold it over your heart. Your other hand stays connected to Channing's. You shut your eyes and take a deep breath to calm your racing nerves slowly. Thanks to the flower, you drift to a deep sleep. When your eyes open, you're in a strange place, a labyrinth maze of hedges under a murky sky. This must be Channing's dream. Kala was right. He's stuck in some sort of trap. When you enter Kala's dream a few months ago, you found a hallway full of locked doors. This is different, but it's just like Kala's dream. Channing must be stuck somewhere in this maze. I have to find him to help him. You take a few tentative steps through the maze, straining your eyes and ears. You don't see any sign of him. The more you walk, the more lost you seem to get. Damn it, Channing, where are you? Shaking your head, you turn right, following a path blindly until you reach a clearing in the maze. You find nothing but a thick wall of trees, a sawed-off stump at the center of the clearing, and you sigh. Oh, this is completely hopeless. Channing could be anywhere in this damn maze. If I can't find him, if I can't help him wake up, then what's going to happen to him? Reach out telepathically. You shut your eyes and try to reach out for Channing in your mind again. Channing, it's Tell. I know you're in here somewhere. I came to bring you back to us. I need a sign, anything that could help me find you, please. You're only met with silence. Your heart sinks. You're starting to think this is an impossible task, and then suddenly you hear tentative footsteps to your right. You turn, hoping to find Channing, but hello, little Channing? Question mark? A kid? What the hell is a kid doing in Channing's dream? You rise from the stump, and the child steps back, his eyes wary. There's something strangely familiar about him. Hey, kiddo, can you help me out of here? I'm looking for someone, a man named Channing. What do you need to find him for? He can't help you. He can't help anyone, not even his own dumb self. You take in the kid's sullen appearance, the way his shoulders tighten when you mention his name. Wait a minute. You take a few cautious steps towards him, kneeling to his eye level so as not to startle him. What's your name, kid? Is it Channing? The kid sighs, rubbing at his face wearily. He offers a jerky nod. Yeah, I'm Channing, but I'm not the real one. I'm only a part of this dream. So you're a part of Channing. That doesn't mean you're not real. What do you know about it? I'm just a dim memory. I don't have my own feelings. I don't think that's true. You're obviously mad that I'm here right now. That's a feeling. Yeah, well, how do you know it's not the real Channing making me all mad? Maybe they're his feelings. Are they? Is the real Channing mad at me right now? The kid bites the inside of his cheek, looking sullenly up at you, and then sighs. No, he's just really worried about you and stuff. This is how old Channing was when he transformed for the first time. His mom would have just died. He isn't angry at all. He's just scared. You rise to your full height and offer a hand to him, who doesn't take it. You sigh. I'm guessing if the dream put you in front of me, then you're supposed to help me find Channing, the grown-up one. Yeah, I guess so. The kid eyes you, and though you can tell he's trying not to look it, he's clearly impressed. At least you're dressed like you know what you're doing. Hunched up, hunching up his shoulders, the kid version of Channing starts to walk off, and you hasten to follow him. You follow the kid version back through the maze. You're both silent until you clear your throat. You said you're part of Channing, right? Shouldn't you want me to find him to save him? I mean, duh. I want you to get him out of here. But that idiot shouldn't need to be saved. We're the son of the strongest alpha who ever lived. We're useless if we can't defend ourselves. Kid, Channing, that's not true. You're not useless because you need help sometimes. Everybody needs help sometimes. It took a lot of work for me to get through that grown-up Channing's thick skull. To your surprise, the kid version of him snorts at that. He seems to like when you tease his adult self. Yeah, adults always act like they're smarter than kids, but my grown-up self just got dumber. I would have never got shot by a hunter, that's for sure. Channing got shot, but he did it to protect me. Yeah, and that was dumb. Soulmates are dumb. Getting all attached to other people is dumb. The kid viciously kicks a rock out of his path. The whole mess is his own stupid fault, not yours. This is a headache. Channing always put so much pressure on himself before he got together. The mentality on top of the brattiness of the kid is a lot to deal with. Still, if this kid is Channing's inner child, it explains a lot. At his core, Channing is still just like this. Hey, Channing, for what it's worth, follow me. You snap your mouth shut when Channing takes a sharp turn, cutting you off. You follow him through the maze. And find a horrifying sight at the end of the path. A clearing full of chains, spears, and human skulls. Pardon my French, but what the actual hell is this place? Is this something from Channing's Your Memories? Everything here is from our memories. You wince when the kid walks through this clearing, stepping on bones like it's nothing. No kid should be this numb. You know our mom went feral? You know someone had to put her down. She was the strongest, the best. She took a lot of people down before she got neutralized. Channing, it wasn't your mom's fault. What happened to her, what she did to her pack, it was awful, but she was out of control. The grief of losing your dad wore her down. She never would have hurt anyone if she hadn't gone feral with grief. Yeah, well, maybe she should have thought about that before forming a soul bond with Dad. God, Channing. But Channing just stalks off between trees before you can say anything further. Your heart squeezes. I'm starting to get it. For all the work Channing's done on himself, he still has wounds that need healing. You follow the kid deeper into the gnarled forest, stepping over branches, rocks, stumbling as you go. If you keep going down this path, you'll find the real Channing. You pause, looking at the child version of Channing with wide eyes. He wants you to leave him here. You're not going to go all the way back by yourself. That's not safe for anyone, let alone a kid. I told you I'm not a real kid, just a piece of his screwed up brain. Just go, okay? You gotta find him fast if you want to wake him up, otherwise you'll be too late. You hesitate. While it's true, this kid might not be real, he's still a part of him. Your soulmate, bud. Okay, just take care of yourself, okay? And don't stray off the path, got it? You step deeper down the path in a rush to get to Channing before it's too late, and then you hear a loud thud, and Channing cries out in shock. You turn to find him snarled by a net trap, struggling. Channing. Cut him free quickly. You slide to your knees and start sawing through the ropes with your dagger. Channing screams and thrashes. Just leave me here, you're gonna be too late to save. Oh, the real Channing, I get it, but I'm not leaving without saving you first. You slice cleanly and easily through the trap, tearing it apart. Kid Channing kicks the trap free. Oh, thank God. But to your surprise, he starts to beat his little fist against your chest, making you grunt. Are you stupid? I told you I'm not real. Why do you care what happens to me? I care because you are real. You keep saying you're not real, that's bullshit, and we both know it. You're a part of him. That means you are Channing. You're just as much as real as him. So stop asking me to abandon you, and stop saying you don't matter. I refuse to accept that, damn it. Tired of the kid's arguments, you grab him and pull him into a fierce hug. I'm not abandoning you, not now, not ever. You understand me, you're too important. You matter too. The child version of him is tense at first, but after a beat, he slumps and starts crying against your shoulder. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have hit you. You didn't mean to, and it's okay. None of this is your fault, you hear me? Nothing that happened to you is your fault. His fingers curl in the fabric of your clothes, and your heart breaks when he hiccups quietly. Thank you. Suddenly the world dissolves, and you feel weightless, floating. When your vision clears, you're in a beautiful corner of the maze. The child version of Channing is gone, but you get the sense he brought you here. He showed you the way. Thank you. Wiping tears from your eyes, you set off down the path, determined to find your soulmate. You step forward into a beautiful flowering meadow. Your eye is immediately drawn to Channing. You fall to your knees in the lush flowers, wrapping your arms around his neck. He stirs in your hold. Tell, what happened? Where are we? The quiet rumble of his voice brings tears to your eyes. You hug him tighter with a shaky breath. I came here to find you, Channing. You're stuck in a dream. I needed to find you to wake you up. He sits up, wrapping his arms around your waist. His eyes slowly focus on your face. His hands travel over the smooth leather of your armor. He makes a low noise of approval. You didn't have to get all dressed up just to rescue me. Idiot. Now's not the time for stupid flirty comments. That's false. Every time is the time. Channing chuckles quietly, but a smile fades when he lifts his hand to wipe away your tears. He rests his forehead against yours. Sorry I put you through a lot of trouble, didn't I? Never mind that. The important thing is I found you. You're safe. We're together. Nothing else matters beyond that. He nods and leans in to drop a lingering, adoring kiss to your cheek, your jaw, your eyelids. You let his affection wash over you, your eyes once again filling with tears of joy and relief. You just keep finding new ways to save me, don't you? Though I'm curious how you found me. It's my dream. I could have literally been anywhere in the world. I'd like to say my superior tracking skills, but the truth is, I had help. You fill him in on what happened, meeting his child self, following him through the maze. His eyes grow wider and wider with each detail until he shakes his head in disbelief. So you met me as a kid. That's a trip. Sorry if I was a brat. You weren't a brat. You were just scared. You went through way too much as a young age. You've been struggling to let people help you all your life, burdening yourself with others' safety. You're not alone. Not as long as I'm around. I'll never let you carry your burdens alone again. His eyes soften, gleaming slightly in the dim moonlight. He kisses your temple fiercely. I love you so much. I don't feel like I tell you that enough. You inhale the rich, familiar scent of him, your nose buried in his shoulder. He runs his hands up and down your back. There's nothing left to do now but wait until you both wake up. All you want to do is hold him close and keep him there. I feel like I haven't seen him in weeks, but even though it's only been an hour, I want to feel close to him. No. Stop it. Just hold him. You carefully lay in the soft bed of flowers alongside of him. He instinctively shifts closer. You rest your head on his shoulder, and he lifts a hand to gently stroke your neck. So, now we wait, right? You nod, gazing up at the starry sky of his dream, enjoying the warmth and weight at your side. Yeah. Now we wait. After a long time, you and Channing start to feel a little drowsy. Channing hums and kisses your forehead. I think we're coming out of the dream. See you on the other side. I'll be the one in bed next to you. He chuckles quietly, and you expect the dream to slowly dissolve around you like usual, but something is wrong. The world lurches around you. Instead of fading pleasantly, pieces of the world begin to crumble. Channing, what's going on? Tell, where'd you go? Channing can't see or hear you. This isn't normal. It's sudden, violent, almost like I'm losing my ability to shift into Channing's dream. Ruh-roh. You wake up with a jolt, sitting up straight, looking down at Channing. To your relief, Channing wakes up a moment later, groaning and rubbing at his eyes groggily. What the hell happened? I just got booted out of Channing's dream. Booted out? That doesn't make any sense. The ritual seemed to work just fine. Channing sits up with a sigh. He's wearing a stony expression that's difficult to read. The ritual worked fine, and it would have kept working if... Channing lifts his hand and extends it, flexing his arm. To the untrained eye, everything looks normal. He doesn't have his werewolf powers. But you're an alpha, and Channing is your soulmate. You recognize the change in his movements instinctively. Channing, no. No way. You're not telling me. And whatever happened to Gale and Emery just happened to me. That I can't transform anymore. I'm sorry, Tell, but I don't want it to be true any more than you do, but I can feel it. I've changed. You feel like the floor has dropped out from under you. Channing, your soulmate, your alpha, can't transform. We'll reverse it, I promise. I know this is hard. I can't imagine what you're feeling right now. You reach, took up his face, gazing fiercely into his weary eyes. But we're going to fix it. For everyone, I promise, Channing. We'll figure this out soon. Tal is right. We need you, Channing. We're going to fix this, and we're going to do it as a pack. Channing glances at Calla before looking back at you. His eyes are still full of sorrow, weariness, but I trust you. Both of you. I'll be patient until we figure this out. Your heart feels like it's been hollowed out with a spoon, but there's something else blooming inside of you, too. Power. Power unlike anything you've ever felt before. It's thrumming in your veins, making your pulse pound. Tal, you know what this means, right? What it means for you, now that I can't transform. From now on until we get me back to normal, you're the only alpha at Woolsey chapter. The safety of the pack is in your hands now. Gale has to go over some vitals with Channing. Calla ushers you out and you wander through the camp in a daze. You meet with Asher and Lupe in the dining hall. They're both stunned by the news when you tell them. So Channing's not our alpha until we get his powers back. I can't believe it. He must be going out of his mind right now. He's actually weirdly calm. I think he's too exhausted to fight the inevitable right now. I just wish there was something I could do. I need to fix this. We need to fix this. Of course. Just tell us what to do and we'll do it. Yeah. What do you need? Want us to hit the books, go back over the research Cal sent over, or you gape at your friends for a moment, confused by their odd behavior, then it dawns on you. You guys, just because I'm your only alpha now doesn't mean you have to jump to obey me. I'm here to serve you. I'm your servant. Not the other way around. You should look to me for advice and protection, not orders. Your rally ability imbues your packmates with confidence, and you're relieved when they relax a bit. We know that, Tal. Obviously, it's just that our submissive instincts are all over the place. We'll try to kill it with the lapdog routine, but it's hard, you know? Of course, you're still our friend, but it's hard not to want to obey you and stuff. Go make me a sandwich, then. This is going to be trickier than you thought. On one hand, yes, you're the only Woolsey alpha now. But on the other hand, I want them to trust me. I want them to come to me for support. You can't do this without their support as your friends, not your underlings. Maybe if I lay it all out on the table for them, it'll help them relax, help them remember who we are to each other. Psst, hey guys. Psst. I'm right again, aren't I? I was right after my prediction. I win. I have to speak my mind. I've always been right about Pixelberry, haven't I? Like, every step of the way, you guys are like, man, you were right. Ah, I know, I've been doing this for longer than Pixelberry has been a thing. Anyway, you stand up from your seat, giving each other friends determined looks, one after the other. Let's go somewhere more private. There's things I really think you need to hear. You gather in Lupe and Calla's cabin. Your pack sits in a circle, watching as you pace restlessly, thinking. Tal, what's going on? Talk to us. Not that she meant that as an order or anything. Lupe, Asher, relax. Just give me a second to get my thoughts in order, okay? You stop pacing, face your friends, Asher and Lupe, the first alpha Tals who ever took you under their wings, and Calla, your rival turned friend, your closest confidant and ally through all of this. Well, Alpha, we're waiting. You square your shoulders, face your pack with a determined look. You can do this. You can be the alpha they need. Look, this is a weird couple weeks. I know, nobody expected me to suddenly become an alpha. I was terrified of the responsibility at first, of my instincts. I didn't want to let you down. but I'm glad to learn I could still rely on you all as friends. I was scared. Scared I'd end up lonely like Channing used to be. Scared I wouldn't be able to talk to you the same. But despite our ups and downs, you're all proving to me that you're here for me no matter what. I'm only able to face this responsibility because of you three. Because of your patience and support. Oh, come on. You're gonna make me cry already. Now, sure, don't start with the waterworks already. I want to hear what else Tal has to say. You smile at Lupe and Asher, then meet Call's gaze with a bit of uncertainty. She nods subtly. You're doing great. Just keep speaking your mind. Keep reminding them who you are. Call's telepathic reassurance bolsters you. You keep talking, keep baring your soul to your friends. Obviously, it's been a challenge getting my instincts in line. There are a few reasons for that, some I can't tell you. You won't try to tell them about Lucas's interference in your dreams. The Hunter's psychic block will keep you from telling the truth. There are things going on that I can't even begin to explain, but I can promise you this. No matter what happens, I have faith in your strength. I know that as an alpha, the safety of the pack is in my hands, but I'm not the backbone of the pack. You are, all of you, and everyone else back at Woolsey. The only reason we're strong is because of you. Never forget that. I'm just one person. I'm nothing without you, not the other way around. Thanks, Tal, but don't be too hard on yourself either. I know this has been a bit weird transition for you, becoming an alpha out of nowhere, and then becoming the alpha out of nowhere. The point is, you're learning, we're learning. It's an adjustment for everyone. Yeah, you need a pep talk just as much as we do, and for what it's worth, you're awesome. We all want Channing back to full power, but things are moving fast right now. Everything is hectic. So, we've got your back. For as long as you're the only alpha in our pack, we'll follow your lead. Lupe, Asher, and Calla exchange determined looks, and your heart swells. You're right. Everything is moving so fast, I haven't even had time to process what's happened to Channing. But we don't have time to sit around and hope things get better. We have to find a way to fix it ourselves. Everyone, thanks. I wouldn't be where I am without you. Asher, Lupe, you were the first people who made me feel welcome in Alpha Tau. And Calla... She raises her eyebrows and you shoot her a crooked grin. Let's face it, we started off on a bad foot, but you're the one of my best friends now. The three of you mean everything to me. That doesn't change just because my title has. You exhale slowly, feeling relieved to have gotten all the words out that you wanted to say. I don't expect a bunch of corny words to make you feel immediately at ease, but, Suddenly Asher leaps to his feet and almost tackles you into a hug. Lupe gets up to join in, followed by a somewhat reluctant Calla who awkwardly pats her back. Oh, it's not corny, man. Not at all. I'm glad you grabbed us to talk about this stuff. Yeah, Tal. It's like you said, it's important we get everything out into the open. And for what it's worth, I do feel better, a lot better. My submissive instincts have calmed down at least. Come to think of it, so have mine. They were firing out of control before we chatted. They were, but you didn't seem more submissive than usual. It's because Calla doesn't bow down to anyone, not even the alpha. That doesn't mean I don't get the urge. I'm just very, very good at ignoring it. You scoff, and you and your friends disentangle to sit around the room again. You sigh. Honestly, this is all a lot to handle. I'm so worried about Channing right now. Losing his powers must be really scary for him. His first transformation happened when he was just so young. Being a werewolf is a huge part of him. To suddenly have that ability taken away, I can't imagine what it's like. His whole identity has shifted. Lupe shifts forward to put a hand on your knee, patting it bracingly. I'm sure it's hard on him, but it's only temporary, remember? We're gonna fix it. Of course you're worried about Channing. You love him, but he'll be okay in no time. You know us. We're all stubborn as hell. We won't rest until everything is back to normal, so don't worry. The roles have flipped. Suddenly it's your friend's support that's making you feel bolstered and at ease. You're right. Of course you're right. This is just an obstacle like any other. We're gonna get past it as a pack, just like we always do. Hell yeah. Where do we start? Chief, I'm feeling all riled up. I want to do something helpful. If you're really desperate to get in action, does Cal have any information for us? He mentioned a while back that the transformation stuff might be tied to our dreams. Plus, you sigh, there's still a mental block keeping you from talking to them about Lucas's dream interference. Well, let's just say I've learned some stuff that backs up Cal's theory. Huh, well, that's vague, but if the official Alpha Order is calling my boyfriend, I won't complain. I'll go on the hunt for a spot with cell service. I think there's a patch out back by the hot tub. Asher hops up and heads for the door, just as Gale comes in looking for you. Tail, a word. I need to talk to you and the other Alphas. Ruh-roh. You follow him to the campfire outside the cabins and find Nick and Ryan already sitting there, along with Channing. You sit next to Channing, laying a hand gently on his shoulder. You know it's impossible, but he feels smaller. Hey, you okay? Okay is a big word, but I'm alive thanks to you. We'll figure the rest out later. You wrap your arm around him and survey the other Alphas. It's such a small group, just you, Nick, Ryan, and... Hang on, Gale, where's Opal? Not feeling well. I told her I'd fill her in on whatever we discussed tonight. Your nostrils flare, you catch Ryan's eye, and he speaks into your mind telepathically. Not feeling well. Yeah, right. Something's going on with her. I agree, but it's not like we can accuse her without proof. She's Gale's soulmate. You're brought out of your silent conversation when Gale starts speaking, his voice heavy and hollow. So, we've all been filled in on the latest Alpha to lose their abilities. Channing has joined us, unlucky few. Are we really so few, Gale? We came to camp as 6 Alphas, 7 counting Tal. Nearly half of us have lost our ability to transform. We're dropping like flies. Channing is right. Any one of us could be next. Ryan, Nick, me. There's no knowing which Alpha could be targeted next or when. We're sitting ducks. We still have no idea exactly how they're taking our powers. What do you mean? They're taking our powers? Sounds like you know more than the rest of us already. You exhale in frustration. You don't know how to convey to them that the hunters are behind this, somehow. Not just the hunters. They're being held by a mole. Pretty damn sure it's Opal. You're being physically blocked by Lucas. For some reason, you and Ryan are the only ones who can talk freely. The two of you meet each other's gazes. Ryan shrugs. It's worth trying to explain things, even if you come up short. So, it's kind of hard to explain, literally. Bear with us while we figure it out. Hang on, both of you know what's going on? How's it you two have answers that we don't? Like Ryan said, it's hard to explain. We can't talk about certain stuff, like physically can't. You expect Channing to growl in protest, but his alpha instincts are dormant. He sighs and throws his hands up. Alright then, try. We all need to be on the same page as much as possible. Right, okay, so I'll try to explain this in a way that doesn't get me censored. Basically, suddenly you hear the screech of tires, you all jump to your feet when a car peels into the camp. I know that car, isn't that... Cal? Asher's boyfriend Cal, who's been back in Washington remotely gathering intel on the hunters who has come to camp. You hurry the car along with Channing. Cal leaps out of the driver's seat, leaving the door open in his haste. Cal, what's going on? I just asked Asher to call you. I'm here because of Asher. I've been trying to call all day, but it didn't go through. Cal, calm down. I've never seen you so worked up. Well, I have a pretty damn good reason to be worked up. Tal Channing, I got an anonymous message earlier today. A threat. Someone's coming to camp to kidnap him tonight. Right. Okay. Why would they randomly kidnap Asher? I'm just asking for a friend. Alright, Without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember that if you did enjoy, to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below, but called it. Everything I get tired of being right. I do. I really do. But, you know, just saying. What else should I say, right? Just called it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Love your beautiful faces. Catch you all in the next video. Peace out.